وقل رب زدني علما.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والثناء لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Alhamdulillah, we are in an area by the name of Wagala, and the distribution of food has started with the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask each one of you to make lots of du'as. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sort their problems. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them peace, get them some rain which is of barakah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Kenya is gripped with the most severe drought in decades and left many families vulnerable to malnutrition and starvation. This is attributed to the 4 successive failed rain seasons. The number of people in need of humanitarian assistance currently stands at 4.35 million based on the 2022 Long Rains, Food and Nutritional Security Assessment Report. The cumulative impact of 2 consecutive poor rainy seasons, coupled with the COVID-19 pandemic, insecurity, pests and diseases have caused humanitarian needs to rapidly rise in the arid and semi-arid, Asal, region of Kenya, leading to the declaration of a national disaster. 4 million people are grappling with acute hunger. Livelihoods have been severely impacted by the multiple shocks that communities have endured over the past year. For farming households, below-average harvests result in reduced household income, making it difficult for families to purchase food as household food stocks decline. According to the 2021 Long Rains Assessment, led by the National Drought Management Agency, NDMA, in pastoral areas, below-average rangeland regeneration has negatively impacted livestock production, resulting in below-average milk production and consumption and high staple food prices. Worryingly, acute malnutrition has surpassed the emergency threshold in many areas, affecting between 15% and 30% of children in at least 8 counties. Low food and milk availability, high morbidity, limited access to health and nutrition services, stock out of essential supplies for management of acute malnutrition and poor childcare practices, coupled with underlying issues such as poverty, high illiteracy, and poor infrastructure have resulted in atypically high acute malnutrition prevalence across pastoral areas. In the period ahead, the nutrition situation is projected to worsen, particularly affecting children and mothers in Turkana, Samburu, Mandera, Garissa, Wajir, Isiolo, North Hor and Lasamis, and will deteriorate significantly if the short rains perform poorly, as anticipated. Access to water is an urgent concern for both humans and livestock. Many open water sources including rivers, water pans, and dams have dried up across pastoral and marginal agricultural livelihood zones, and other open water sources at 20% to 40% of capacity. 87% of counties report above average distances to water sources for households and 78% report above average distances to water for livestock, according to the latest NDMA monitoring.
How close are we to the border?
Like 80 kilometers.
We are 80 kilometers from the Somalian border, and Alhamdulillah we are trying to make a small difference. You can look at the tent right now, it's empty. With the grace of Allah and with your contributions, Alhamdulillah, you can see we have brought water. Please open the water.
Majmuatul Khairat is a charity and non-profitable organization based on uplifting standards in Kenya. Established in 1958, Majmuatul Khairat is determined to reach out to the small neglected villages and people to uplift their standards of living by providing clean water, education and improve infrastructure and environment by building boreholes, mosques, schools and clinics. In response to food aid, the hashtag FeedAFamily project gathers donations from donors globally, purchases food, packages the food into monthly ration packages for families, identifies remote areas in need of aid and delivers the food to every family in the selected areas.
In the name of Allah, my name is Hassan Umar. We give special thanks to FeedAFamily team for bringing us food and water. We are grateful.
The more the donation collected, the more the ration packages and reach to more families in desperate need of aid. The hashtag FeedAFamily team is active in aiding thousands of families across the drought-affected areas and aims to reach out to more families in desperate need of humanitarian aid.
He says he has received water and food and we appreciate anyone who will help us. We are very grateful. Peace be upon you.
She gives thanks to those who have helped her and her family in these hard times. She appreciates.
The hashtag FeedAFamily team continues to reach out to global donors and every able person to gather contributions and donations that will fund the ongoing emergency drought and famine response in the country. Looking ahead, with the 2023 short rains expected to be below average, the drought crisis is expected to escalate. It is therefore imperative to act now. Food insecurity and malnutrition will continue to rise as families' access to food and income dries up. Livestock disease outbreaks and resource-based conflicts are also expected to intensify, significantly impacting and constraining livelihood activities.
Amin.